What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. It's NBA Talk with Jay Money, powered by WagerTalk. I always suggest you guys go check out WagerTalk.com. Plenty of picks and packages up there. Great NBA cappers, guys. Use promo code J1 for a full package for only $1. Got my guy Skee Profit with me today. What's up with you, Skee? Everything cool with you?
Yeah, got to bounce back from yesterday. Had a bad day yesterday. It's been pretty good in the NBA since 2 weeks into the season, but got to pick it back up.
Yeah, let's pick it back up, my guy. I'm sorry, guys. Like there's no intro, none of that shit today. I'm absolutely pissed, man. Some bullshit yesterday in NBA, but it happens, guys, right? We're gonna get high, we're gonna hit plays, we're also gonna lose some, but that comeback shit just I can't stand that, man. But first game up, Ski, it's straight to business, man. It's all business here. We got the Wizards, we're going to the streets of Philadelphia, Ski. We got the Wizards versus the Sixers here. Obviously, Sixers coming off a big win over the Grizzlies, overtime win as well. Joel Embiid sits, they still get the job done. He should be back in there today. Wizards coming off a back-to-back versus the Bucks game last night where they played hard. They lost Thomas Bryant. May be good for them because they actually going to play Gafford again. I don't know why they had him out of rotation, but it's hard to tell what's going on over there in Washington, Ski. Do you trust either one of these teams right now?
Well, a lot of the teammates I know don't like Dinwiddie, so that's never good when you got stuff like that going on. And no, I don't trust the Wizards at all. They've lost 6 games in a row. They failed to cover all six. The last 2 weeks, they are losing by 11.5 points per game. If you look at the year on the road, they're losing, or my bad, the last 2 weeks on the road, they're losing by 17 points per game. So I just have no trust in what they're showing me out there. Philly, the more rested team, like you mentioned with Embiid, he gets extra rest because he didn't even play in the last one. So I would have to play Philly here. Washington not really doing anything well. They're not defending well. They're not rebounding well. And the offenses look shitty too. So I would have to play the Sixers.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I'm not looking towards betting the Wizards anytime soon. I must say, I'm watching the game last night, and they start to show some signs that they care. I'm watching Kuzma. He's talking to the rest of the team. Like I said, Bill Dinwiddie, I thought he might have a bigger game without Bill out there. No, he was trash once again. So they're going to try to trade him, but nobody wants him, and they're saying that he doesn't get along with Bradley Beal. So and Bill wants out as well. So who knows what's going over there with Washington? Staying far away from this game. I agree with you. It's Sixers nothing for me. Sixers are nothing for me in this game, but always worry about their motivation with lesser teams, especially at the house, guys. Let's go over here to the streets of Boston, man. We got the Hornets versus the Celtics. We got a revenge spot. This team lost January 19th, 2022 in Boston. The line is all over the Celtics. They were laying 3 in that game at home. They lost by 9 points, and then now this line opened up at 5. I agree with it as well. In that last game, they didn't have Smart. They didn't have Robert Williams. When Williams didn't play in the game, I knew they were about to lose to the Hornets. What do the Hornets like to do? They like to get into the paint and shoot threes. And now you have your best perimeter defender back, Marcus Smart, and your paint filler, Robert Williams III. I like the Celtics in this game, Ski, to smack these guys up. Hornets also 1-8-1 against the spread last 10 meetings in Boston. The Celtics, they're sitting at number 9 seed right now. They're really starting to put together things offensively. It'll look nice to take the Hornets plus the 6. I think the Celtics smack the shit out of these guys tonight, Ski.
Yeah, Hornets. I've been big on rest advantage. Hornets do have the rest advantage here, but I'm not a big fan of the Hornets on the road. And I agree with what you said. Like, Boston probably gets a little bit of revenge here. It's not like they're on a back-to-back. And they've been playing good basketball lately. They've won, I think, 4 of their last 5 games as far as offensive rating, defensive rating, rebound percentage, all the stuff I care about. They've been playing better than Charlotte. They're top 10, all those categories last 5 games. And so I think I have to agree with you. It'll be Celtics. And it might not even be Celtics or pass for me. I haven't made any bets yet, but I think I'm really liking the Celtics. And I also like Marcus Smart. Earlier in the season, he called out his teammates, Jaylen Brown and Tatum, saying that, everybody knows what you're going to do. You got to get other people involved, et cetera, et cetera. The coach, or he kind of mentioned that he's being challenged by the coach and, just being challenged by a lot of people saying if he could be the point guard for that team. You look at the last 5 games, he's gone over his assist total, 5.5, 4 of them. And in one of the previous games, he just had 12 assists. So I think he continues to show that. Charlotte, not the greatest defensive team. I like Marcus Smart over 5.5 assists, and I'm with you on the Celtics.
Yeah, I like it. I bet the Celtics this morning -5. I'll go official with -6. This is gonna be, if the way I see it, this should be a double-digit smack city spot by the Celtics here. They're really starting to get into their groove, like you say, 4 or 5, covered 4 or 5 as well. I know they dropped that one versus the Hawks, but we know the Hawks no pushover right now. The Celtics team, we got the Hornets. They did get Oubre back, like you say. They've been off for 2 days. They've been good in this role, but only 1 day of rest advantage. It's not necessarily back-to-back for the Celtics. They're at the house. They didn't have to travel anywhere, like you say. The Hornets on the road, not necessarily as good a team at the house, and they've actually shown that they're playing not as good. They're not playing as good right now. I think that this team is going to slide down, and if the Celtics win this game, they really switch spots with the Hornets. They'll be the 7th seed. The Hornets drop down to the 9th seed. It's a big game for the Celtics as well. Revenge spot. It's a real box checker for me, man. Celtics -6, official fucking play. Let's go, my guys. Next game up, man. We got the Grizzlies versus the Knicks here in Madison Square Garden. Line 4, 3.5, whatever. Grizzlies lost both meetings to the Knicks last year. They're coming off a loss. Unfortunately, it went to overtime, Skee, but the Grizzlies, the only way I could look in this one, actually, I like the Grizzlies -3.5, -4. I think they take care of business tonight in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, I'm not a big believer in this Knicks team. I have the Knicks under their win total. I have the Knicks not to make the playoffs. You know, watching the Knicks this year, I don't love anything about this team. They've lost 4 of their last 6 games. Memphis, you know, they've been playing a lot better basketball than New York, and on the road. I see them 16-9 straight up, 17-8 against the spread. I think I would have to take Memphis first half. I know the Knicks first half at home are 8-17-1 against the spread, something like that. Yeah, it's a lean for me. It's not gonna be a game I bet, but I would damn sure not be picking the Knicks.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Obviously, guys, Steven Adams is questionable in this game, the starting center. Obviously it's always tough with that, so maybe wait to see if he's playing. I'm with you. I hadn't bet Grizzlies yet either. Obviously, if he's out, it may go down, but it's Grizzlies or nothing for me in this game. I like Ja Morant to go into. We know that how sometimes the opposing teams like to go in there and show out in Madison Square Garden. This is one where I see Ja Morant going in there doing his thing. Him and Jaren Jackson Jr. So the Knicks, they bounce back versus the Kings. This isn't the Kings right here, guys. It's Grizzlies or nothing for me. Like I say, if Adams not out there, it does make it, they get a little bit worse rebounding, and their defense gets a little bit worse. But I still think the Grizzlies have the young core to go in here and smack these guys up. I hadn't hopped on it yet. Celtics the only thing for me, but I do like the Grizzlies in this spot, guys. Let's go over here to the streets of Houston, Skee. We got the Cavs versus the Rockets here. No Darius Garland for the Cavs. Not sure if I want to be on them without one of their main guards out there. They still have Mobley. They still have Jared Allen. It should still be getting it should still be tough to get buckets in the paint, but do I want to lay points with the Cavs on the road without Garland? Not necessarily. Am I taking the Rockets here as the home dog? I'm not, but it's a tough game for me here, Skee. I won't have a bet on this game.
Yeah, I think you can't go wrong maybe doing some rebound props for either Allen or Mobley in this one. And yeah, without Garland, I have really little interest in back in Cleveland. They've won 4 of their last 6, but they've only covered 1 of them. And you are expecting them to win by a few possessions in this game. So I don't love it. I look at last 5 game stats. Houston's offense has been better. They've been a better rebounding team. The only thing is, Houston's been really poor defensively, so they're going to have to just stay in this game by outscoring Cleveland. But if I had to pick this game, I think I would be taking the points with Houston. I'm not interested in laying with Cleveland without Garland, especially on the road.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's a damn good point there. Looking at some rebound props with Mobley and Jared Allen down there. Wood, man, he's been a shell of himself. He's out there on the 3-point line trying to shoot threes and stuff. I'm not sure what's going on. I can say if the Rockets bring that same type of fight like they did versus the Warriors, they might win this game. Like, it wouldn't surprise me. It's just all about the Rockets. They pick and choose their spots where they really want to get up. KPJ, and like I say, he was mouthing
off better.
He know better. That's really the reason why they lost. I don't know why he's doing it. Like, but he played a good game though. Like, I have to give it to him. He was balling. Like, you want that. You don't want to piss Curry off, but you want to see him going at Curry. You want to see him not backing down. So that's why I say if the Rockets play that way, it's just you never know what you're going to get with this team. That's why I just stay away from them. But I agree with that, my guys. Let's go over here to the streets of Dallas, man. We got the Mavs versus the Thunder. You won't have Porzingis in this game, but the Thunder won't have SGA as well. Last time this happened, the Mavs got their guys back, and they only won by 1 up there in OKC. I do think this will be a smack city spot by the Mavs. I didn't take the 12, but I did tell someone yesterday, I was like, I think the Mavs gonna win by 20 points tomorrow. So I should put my money where my mouth is. It's a heavy lean for me, the Mavs, but I did end up staying off of it, Skee.
Yeah, this won't be a game I bet either, but I'll just say, why are you betting anything except Dallas unders? That's how I feel. At the house, 19-5 to the under. For OKC on the road, 15-9 to the under. And without SGA, I just feel like OKC's offense is pitiful. You look at the last 5 games, the worst offensive rated team in the league. They are still a top 5 defensive rated team in that span. So I would only play this game under. And I'm not real interested in laying, double digits with Dallas. But I don't know, maybe an under.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Definitely should be an under type of game. You see the total open up at 207.5 down to 206. You can't spell thunder without under. And the Mavs been playing some of the best defense in the league. They lost Porzingis, which means their defense should get even better. And the offense takes a hit. We know that they're without Tim Hardaway Jr. right now as well. This is an unmotivated spot, but before I would take the under, I would take the Thunder team total under in this one, guys. I hope that makes sense. If you like the under, go ahead and take the Thunder team total under, because the Mavs could really go bunkers in this game if they want to, especially coming off their loss as well versus the Magic, one of the worst teams in the league. We know that there was a back-to-back spot for the Mavs, but I could really see them coming in here put up 120 points versus this Thunder team. They don't really have a center, no size down low. Luka can get the whole team can get whatever they want down low. I would be looking at Thunder team total under if you like an unders in this game. My God, I do think that the Mavs could smack the shit out of these guys by 20, 25 points. Heavy lean to the Mavs. Let's go over here to the streets of Utah here, Skee. We got the Jazz, man. This is going to be a tough game. Obviously, you got the Nuggets. I think Jokic is going to sit this game. You see him in there. He was in the game yesterday. They down 27 points. And I said it yesterday on the yesterday show. Would Jokic rest yesterday or rest today? And it looked like that he was going to rest yesterday. He ended up suiting up. They got smacked up. This is a 6-game and 9-night spot for the Nuggets. Last game of a 6-game road trip, all that good stuff. Now, am I in a hurry to bet the Jazz without Gobert? Hell no, I'm not. Whiteside's questionable. It's probably better if he doesn't play. Whiteside's been trash too, but if he doesn't, then you got Eric Pascal and Rudy Gay as your starting fives, man. It's Jazz or nothing for me in this game. I do think that Jokic probably sits in this game, but let's see what happens. They're like the Nuggets are the underdogs in this one for a reason. I really feel like somebody know that he's probably sitting in this one. If Jokic does sit, Skee, or in any situation, could you ride with the Jazz here?
Yeah, I mean, Denver is pretty poor without Jokic, and we've seen from Denver a few times they can't always play a full 48 minutes. I agree to most of what you said at the end. Utah kind of favored for a reason here. I know it didn't cash yesterday, but you look at that spread, Golden State and the Spurs, you know people are going to sit out. Like, why is the spread like that? Mm-hmm. So I think you get the same deal here. I think I agree with you. Jokic probably sits. And Utah has 2 days rest compared to back-to-back for Denver. Even as bad as they've been playing, if you tell me Jokic won't be out there, I would take my chances with the rested home team.
Yeah, and the Jazz in need of a win, man. All 5 straight losses. The last game, they saw Ingles go down, torn ACL or one of those MCL. He's out for the season, so that's tough a tough pill to swallow. And you see another one, your guys go down. I just have a sense that the Jazz probably be like, all right, look, we lost some players. We got to get on the run now, man, or at least get one of these winnable games. So it'd be interesting to see what happens in this one. But the Nuggets are in a fatigue spot, guys. Simple. 6-game and 9 nights, all on the road. Last game of the 6-game road trip. 3rd game in 4 nights, back-to-back, all in a row in high altitude. The Jazz, the only way that I could look in this one, I wouldn't be surprised to see Gordon and Jokic, some guys sitting in this one, man. So it is a revenge spot, a rivalry type of game, but it's a terrible spot for the Nuggets. Why is Jokic in there with 4 bench players with down 27? It's very telling if you ask me. Let's go over here to the streets of Sacramento here, man. The dirty streets of Sacramento. Now, and honestly, I've never been to Sacramento, but this team is this team here, man, sell this team to Seattle or somebody or Vegas. They got Reno, something, man. All right, I'm gonna stop shitting on them, man. But because you never know what happens. The Nets here, Skee, land 4 on the road. It's a back-to-back. They coming from a late night game last night from Phoenix. They breathe on the Suns and they get a foul call, but it happens, man. Do we trust the Kings here coming back off of an East Coast road trip, basically having to win the game to cover the spread?
That's tough. Expecting the Kings to win a game. I don't know if I want to, put too much into that. I think I'll pivot to the total in this game. And, what I really see here is 2 teams that will very likely play up tempo. You're going to get Kyrie in because it's a road game. Even though they play back to back, he gets the most rest out of anybody. And neither one of these teams plays defense. Second worst defensive rated team last 5 games for the Kings, and third worst in the Nets. So, I look at last 2 weeks for the Kings, they're allowing 122.7 points per game. It's over or nothing for me in this game.
Yeah, I don't care about it. It's Nets or nothing for me here, and I agree with the over. I don't know what to do with this team, and neither one of these teams. I'm not betting the Kings. I can tell you that. I'm not betting the Kings probably for the rest of the season. Maybe they trade Fox or get some pieces, get healed out of there, or a new coach. I would not bet on Gentry probably ever again in my life. Get this guy out of the NBA, man. What are we doing? Nets or nothing for me here. I may if Harden and Kyrie should be in here. If you really want to say let's stop the losing streak, you need a confidence boosting win and opponent. What is that? That's the Sacramento Kings. Heavy lean to the Nets -4 for me in this one. Maybe want to wait and see who's playing. You never know what you're going to get out of Harden or Kyrie. But Nets
Fox too. Fox game time.
Man, they probably finna trade Fox, man. They probably holding him out so he doesn't get injured. Fox probably can play right now. He's like, oh, my ankle injured. I don't want to play for this team. Get me out of here, man. Get me to Philadelphia. Ben Simmons still in the NBA. Let's go over here to the streets of LA, man. We got the Lakers. We got your Lakers team, Skee. This is the last game up. Blazers versus the Lakers, man. It's a tough card, man. I must say, it's a bunch of games like this. It's like I don't want to trust neither one of these teams. But your guys, Skee, what are we doing? We laying the 3.5 with the Lakers tonight?
This is extremely tough. I'm gonna tell you this. Like I'm not betting Lakers spreads. I haven't been doing it, for my mental health. So I'll just tell you how I feel about this game. Just talk about it. If I gotta play it, you got the rest advantage with the Lakers, 2 days to 1. And as far as last 5 game stats, they've been better defensively. They've been a better rebounding team. So favorites or more rest in their opponent win 71.5% of the time since 1995. At -3, -3.5, it's pretty much just asking them to win. You could do a ski line kind of deal, which is, a little bit on the money line, a little bit on the spread. But I would take the rested home team in this one who's been playing a little bit better defense and rebounding the ball better if I had to play.
Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye out on Nurkic and Simons. Simons did say he's probable, but I'm still seeing official game time decision. I think Nurkic is the big one. This team doesn't really have a backup center, already not a ton of size. And in all honesty, Nurkic has kind of sort of been like a baby Jokic lately. I'm talking about as far as passing the ball. Like they've actually kind of started to run a lot of offense through Nurkic. He's standing out at the top of the key. He's making some passes out to the perimeter. I kind of view like one of those games, a few games ago, he was like 1 assist away from a triple-double, literally. So like Nurkic is starting to play a lot better. I'm starting to see some. If he doesn't play, that'll be huge, especially going up against Anthony Davis and the Lakers who like to get into the paint. I'll keep an eye on that for sure. Like I lean the Lakers here. I'm not like the Blazers. They had just lost to the Thunder. They got ran off the floor by the Thunder with no SGA. A ton of guys out. They do start. Their starting 5 is balling, but the bench is terrible, guys. So this is one where the Lakers do have the advantage as far as the bench, as far as the rest advantage as well. Keep an eye out on Simons and Nurkic for this one. If one of those guys are out, it'll be tough sledding for the Blazers here. Skee, that's it, man. That's the last game up, man. That's a tough game. It's a tough game. Let's go ahead and
I'll shout out real quick. I probably would like Malik Monk points because Portland's not very good defensively. And in the last game, if Fox sits, I probably like Halliburton assists.
That's a damn good point. Damn good props that you're looking at, my guy. Let's get to some free NBA picks. First, I always want to let you guys know, man, go check out promo code J1 at WagerTalk.com, man. Y'all, if y'all don't mind, if you've never got any plays over there, go check it out. Sports Memo as well. You can get Skee's plays, whoever, any handicapper over there.
Have you ever checked out all the new handicappers at WagerTalk? If not, here's your chance. All NBA Talk with J Money viewers who are new to WagerTalk can get a 1-day all-access pass to the handicapper of their choice for only $1 versus a regular price of $39 using coupon code J1 when checking out. Our new roster of experts is 25 deep, covering sports from around the world, giving you tons of options to choose from. All you have to do to redeem this offer is be a first-time WagerTalk customer. Go to WagerTalk.com, choose the handicapper of your choice, use coupon code J1 when checking out on a 1-day all-access pass, and get a full day of picks for only $1.
Yes, sir, man. Go check out anybody over there on WagerTalk.com. Only $1 if you want to try them out. J1, use promo code J1, my guys. We appreciate everybody. Skee, you like anything today on today's card?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm probably rocking with you, but I like the Celtics and I like Marcus Smart over his 5.5 assists.
Got you. I couldn't talk you off, my guy. I could not talk you off there. It's Celtics for me, man. I took a -5. I like a -6. I see a double-digit Smack City spot. I'd be very surprised if the Celtics didn't keep it rolling today, guys. They're really starting to find their offense. And what are they doing? They're going up against a team that doesn't play a lot of defense. You coming off a Smack City spot versus the Heat. They play a lot of defense, which they are 11-3 straight up and against the spread coming at the house, coming off games versus the Heat. That tells me when they're coming off a game versus a really good defensive team and facing and going down a step down in competition, it's even easier for them, man. So the Hornets, they're going to run and gun with the Celtics. That's not what you want to do right now. This team is the much better defensive team, and they can run and gun with you. Celtics by double digits, guys. Let's get some cash. Celtics -6, official, like a referee blowing a whistle. We bleeding green. I got the jacket on against a Mavs jacket, but it's also green. I got the shirt on as well. Let's go, man. Celtics -6, man. Let's cash. Top play of the day. For Grizzlies backers, I do like the Grizzlies, but you may want to wait for Steven Adams in that one, guy. He is low-key a huge piece to the team. Heavy lean to the Grizzlies for me in that one, but Celtics. Let's go, my guys. Let's cash. Skee. We out. Hit the like button, subscribe.